Welcome to Good Mythical More. Guess who got a new dog?
Me!
And still has
For my birthday.
his other dog.
But first, before we meet Sean and talk to you about him, he's a little nervous, as you can tell. He's shaking.
He actually looks happy.
I'm going to tell you a random disturbing fact. The last person to be executed by guillotine was in 1977. That means, because I was born in 1977, happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday to you.
45 years old. That means that maybe the last person to be killed by guillotine was reincarnated as me. Anything's possible.
Anything is possible. So, Sean, hello, Sean.
This is Sean.
Look at him when he pants. He looks like he's smiling.
This is what he looks like when he's just out and about.
Oh, look.
There's his butthole.
So you got a couple of white dogs.
Yeah, well, he has
Kept it-
he's not fully white. He has a little bit. This is one of the reasons that we adopted him, because we thought this was really cute. Okay, so here's the story.
The black spot on his
Yeah,
face.
here's the story of Sean. Jesse has been talking about. Let's push this out here.
You need some help?
Jesse has been talking about us adding to the McLaughlin clan for quite some time. And I was like, I love Barbara. She's great. We don't need another dog. I love dogs, but like I value convenience.
But we had another dog and it went so well.
Did it go well?
Well, Jasper, he would, he liked to pee on a lot of stuff indoors, but other than that, yeah.
Sure. Yes, sir. And so we would send pictures in our family thread over and over again. And one day, Jesse sent this picture to the family thread. Okay? You may or may not recognize him, but that's Sean.
It looks like an older Sean.
And so, as you can see, he just looks so happy, and he's got that fur. We like those furry dogs. Also, we like hairy dogs versus furry dogs. I'm not exactly sure of the distinction, but I just know it's better for people like me who are actually allergic to dogs, right? So Barbara doesn't bother me, and Sean doesn't bother me. So, we go and we meet Sean. Like, this is the first time we'd actually seen the picture and then gone and met the dog. So this was, and we, we're the most impulsive people on the planet. We knew as soon as we met him, we were going to want him and want to take him home. So we meet Sean, and that day, Sean had more hair than you see in that picture, and it was all like, I don't know if it was the one of them just farted, by the way.
Me.
Sean, was that you? I know you're nervous. You got any nervous farts?
He did a little toot.
That definitely was a dog fart. I don't think it was a link fart. I've smelled enough of those to know. And so we go and see him, and he is like, his hair is all matted and like dreadlocked, and it was like, whoa, what happened? And they were like, well, he's been here for a while, and we've had requests to get him adopted, but he's really timid, and he needs to go to a house with another dog. So we brought Barbara, and he met Barbara, and he seemed to kind of be indifferent to Barbara, and Barbara was kind of indifferent to him, but it's kind of a good sign because he's not mad at her. And so we're like, okay, we'll take him, and they were like, well, we need to groom him. And we're like, you sure you need to groom him? So we go back and we pick him up on Friday, and this is what he looks like when we picked him up.
Whoops. He got skinny.
We brought home a completely different dog.
It's like they put his head on a different dog's body.
Yeah.
Like a hairless dog's body.
And he was just like so much smaller than I thought he was, and like so. He is in the process of growing his hair out, and I think he's pretty cute. He's in the process of becoming more and more cute. But they said, this is the thing you got to learn. You got to know about adopting dogs. Just like when you're renting an apartment or trying to buy a house, everything that they say in the little write-up is designed to make you want to adopt this dog. So when they say, he's a little timid, means he's very timid.
Yeah.
The first couple of days, all he did was stand in one spot and just shake the whole time. So,
in your house?
Yeah, they said that he was abused in some way. We don't know exactly what, but he has adjusted to the house. He's still very nervous most of the time, but he's definitely not like Barbara. Like if somebody comes to the house, he wants to kill them. Like he was at the groomer the other day and getting his toenails cut, and he bit the groomer, and they were like, "Oh, you have to go to the vet now to get the dog's toenails cut." And so I guess
banned Sean?
He's been banned from the groomer. So he is adjusting to life. in a positive reinforcement environment.
I mean, in all fairness, his previous experience at the groomer ended up with this.
Right, yeah, he's like, don't do that to me.
You know, so he's, you know, the biting might be justified.
And they also said that he was house trained, and what they meant by that is he is trained to crap and pee in the house, I believe, because he is very reliably doing that.
Yeah.
We have gotten him to do most of his business outside now. Do you want to get down and walk around? Barbara is digging in the trash. Yes. Okay, I'll let him walk around a little bit.
Well, if you put him down, then
Yeah, I'm going to bring him back in a second. Let him adjust. He's just checking things out. He's actually very friendly. It's just when he's in his territories when he becomes a little bit difficult to deal with.
No, Barbara, don't eat my trash.
And we've gotten him to go outside a few times, but now, I don't know if this has ever happened to one of your dogs, but you know, it rained the other day for the first time in forever. I don't think Sean has ever seen rain. He's 2 years old, but the grass got wet. Sean stepped in the grass. Now the grass is very dangerous and scary. And so now he won't go onto the grass. He comes to the edge of the grass. You could put any kind of treats you want to on the grass. He comes to the grass and he's like, I can't do it. It was wet one time. And so then he comes back and he's so worried about his feet getting wet. But then what he does, he goes on the concrete. He pees on the concrete. He just kind of lowers himself. He pees on the concrete and then he walks through it.
He walks through it?
Like he always gets 1 foot in his own pee. And I'm like, dude, do you see what's happening here? The grass is now dry.
Yeah. My dogs are like, especially Jade. Jade, well, I guess it is just Jade. Well, first of all, Jasper won't pee until Jade has peed. And then Jasper will pee on where Jade has peed.
Really? In the same spot?
Every single time. He waits for her to pee. So if she doesn't go, then he doesn't go. And if it rains, Jay will not go on anything wet. Now, that is like a Dotson trope. So I don't know. Maybe Sean's got some Dotson in it. But yeah, Jade will not go on the wet rocks, but she will go on the wet grass. She's so neurotic.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me bring him back in. I'll show you another one of Sean's features.
And is it Sean? It's Sean, right? It's not.
Yeah. So again,
Shaw.
Sean was his name, and they said he knew his name, and we were like, well, Sean sounds like the kind of thing we would name our dog anyway.
Sean.
So Sean McLaughlin. He is not named after Jacksepticeye, which is also Sean McLaughlin.
Oh yeah.
But we did notice he has the ability, if you get a good look at his eyes, he can look in 2 different places at the same time.
Look this way.
Like, look at him. Look at the eyes don't quite line up, which gives him 180-degree vision.
He's got 180-degree vision.
We requested that. We said, can we get one of his eyes to move out a little bit so he can see who's coming up behind him? And they were like, that could be arranged.
I think you can do that. Here, follow my eyes. With your hand? Follow my hand.
I can cross my eyes, but I can't intentionally do that. Here's the other thing. He has a wiener. And that's not something that, you go with, you've got you look like you're almost about to touch it. They can't see.
I'm not going to touch it. I didn't touch it.
You know, when you have a female dog, which they call that a bitch. When you have a bitch, you're constantly just rubbing the bitch's belly. I mean, I rub my bitch's belly all the time. And then you get a boy dog, which is, what is that? What do they call that?
A wiener.
A butch?
Oh.
What do they, no, that's not. What do you call, a bull? What is a boy dog? What is the official dog name? Like, what would a dog breeder call a boy dog?
A sire?
It's a stud.
A stud. So when you've got a stud,
Really?
and you're rubbing the belly, you're like, you keep making incidental wiener contact. And it's just been an adjustment for me.
Only if the dog is used for breeding and it's a male dog is it called a stud.
Oh,
Otherwise, it's just called
We're
a
breeding
dog.
Sean and Barbara. They've already got a litter on the way. We got Dr. Hyman to reverse both of their surgeries. But look how he's so nervous. Look how he grabs onto my hands.
No, he's sweet. Can I hold him?
It's okay. Everything's fine.
He looks happy though. When
He's not really happy. It's just that
Good
he's
boy.
he's not unhappy.
Good boy.
But we think when dogs breathe in, that's what they fooled us with the picture. Like, oh, he looks so happy and well adjusted. No, he was just panting. That's all that was happening. But
Yeah.
he's actually made remarkable progress in just about
You're remarkable.
a month
You're remarkable.
or so.
I can't get over the fact that Dr. Hyman was that far from me, as close as I am to you right now, and I just could not remember who he was.
I can't believe that you didn't know who he was
Well,
either, because I was like,
It was because of the drugs he had me
if
on.
I get this, surely Link's gonna get it. But you didn't.
I did not have a
And then
clue.
the moment that I realized it and I saw that you didn't, I was like, Link's gonna be blown away by this.
And listen, this is no exaggeration. This is true story. True story. Last night, I had a dream that Christy and I decided to have another baby.
Hey, when you do?
Isn't that weird that Dr. Hyman was here today? Can he reverse the procedure?
Yeah.
Because this morning I was talking to Christy. I was like, "You'll never believe what I dreamt that you and I were gonna have another baby." And she was like, "Do you want to?" And I'm like, "What? No, it was a nightmare."
Hold on, she's open to it?
Apparently.
I talk about it sometimes with Jesse. I'm the one who's more open to it than Jesse is.
The first thing this morning, it doesn't happen all the time, but we both rolled over in bed and we looked at each other. We were both awake. And she was the first person to say, I had a dream last night that somebody was trying to get me to get back with my ex-boyfriend.
Oh.
And I was like, well, did you do it? And she said, no. And I said, well, I had a dream that we decided to have another baby. And she said, well, you can't do it. I was like, yeah, you need to hook up with your ex-boyfriend. She laughed. That was a little bedtime moment that we had this morning. But I don't know why I dream. Lando's got me watching The Simpsons. Have you heard of this show?
Yeah.
So I'm watching
it a few times.
I'm watching The Simpsons with Lando, and we watched the episode where Bart wants to have a little brother. So like he's trying to do all this stuff to like get his parents to make a little brother. And I think that was 2 nights ago. You know how when something happens and then it's not that night, but
You
it's the
dream
next
about
night?
it 2 nights.
Why is it 2 nights later?
It's got to settle into the right
Sean?
spot in your brain.
Yeah. So it was like I did really. The fact that we got so happy about making another baby was like it made it a nice dream, but a waking nightmare. I mean, there's no part of me that wants to make another baby. I mean, like I'm already gearing up for grandchildren.
Yeah, that's what I decided. I'll just wait for the grandkids at this point.
Yep.
It's actually not that far
He's
off.
got a spot right here of like a black little hair place.
There's a couple of places.
And then right there, he's got like a black
Right there,
little hair
right there.
place. And then it's not really a spot.
He's part Dalmatian. We don't know what he is. Obviously, what was revealed when he was shaved is that there's some Chihuahua in there.
Rhett, we didn't want you to think that we had forgotten about your birthday gift because the crew did get you I'd say a little something, but it's actually a big something.
Okay.
I also got you something.
Oh my goodness. How is Sean going to feel about this? This is going to confuse him
It's so tall.
bad.
The top of the placard doesn't even fit in the main shot. You got to kind of.
Yeah, you want to?
I don't know how to. Well, that's.
Hey, look.
Maybe can we go horizontal?
Look. It's your daddy and your sister.
There it is.
It's your daddy and your sister. Look. All together in one beam.
There we go, Lucas.
Look at him. See, he's looking at me and that me at the same time.
That is strange. Barbara, come here. Bring Barbara in here.
So Stevie also is someone who, has an adopted dog that took a while to adjust. I think we're about 2 months in with Sean.
Well, Ringo
7 weeks in.
had diapers when we got him.
So there's hope that I could have a well-adjusted dog. I mean, he's getting closer,
Yeah.
but
Are you doing the bell by the door thing?
yeah, he learned to ring the bell to go outside.
Okay, yeah.
He learned that pretty fast. He saw Barbara do that. I think he's actually smart. We brought a trainer over, and she started doing all this stuff with him, and then we were like, oh, so he's not stupid. It's just us that's stupid.
Yeah. This is
You see the trainers who know what to do with dogs, and he actually responded pretty well.
Barbara!
He's pretty food motivated.
Barbara! Sean!
Sean, look at me.
I do not think Sean needs any other additional things happening to him.
He's like, I'm so overwhelmed. Barbara shows up at work and she's just like so excited to see people. And Sean's like, is this okay? I don't know if this is okay.
He'll get a lot more comfortable. I mean, to your point about Jasper, I mean, about them saying things and like putting it in the salesmanship light, they said that Jasper was a little clingy. And then basically he could not be detached from Christy because he had so much anxiety.
And Sean wouldn't let anyone touch him, including us, for the first 48 hours.
But he's doing so much better. Where does he sleep?
In the bed.
In your bed?
Yeah. And
with Barbara?
Last night they both slept up against me. I love it.
I know, both dogs sleep against me.
I love it.
It'll get to a point where they're going to disturb your sleep.
No.
That's what's happening with...
Mine.
I got up 3 times last night with Jade.
Barbara never gets up. Sean gets up about 5:30 and wants to go pee, which is an improvement because it used to be, like last week, it was I get out of the bed and pee on the ground in your bedroom.
Yeah.
And now he's going to the door and hitting the door to get out. So
that's good.
He is improving.
He'll do that?
And Rhett, I don't want you to think that the Mythical Society forgot about your birthday.
Oh, thank you. Everybody remember my birthday.
What is that promo?
And that's definitely Sean that farted.
Second degree, third degree, monthly and quarterly subscriptions for Rhett's birthday get a discount. Second degree is normally $10. You know what? You can join second degree for $7. Third degree monthly, normally $20. You can join for $15 because of Rhett's birthday.
Hey,
third degree quarterly is normally $55. You know what? $44. All right? So deep discounts here. That's today, the 11th, through this coming Tuesday, the 25th. All right? MythicalSociety.com. Take advantage of those discounts and honor your boy Rhett over here, turning the big 4-5, stealing bases like the famous baseball player whose number was 45 and stole a lot of bases.
Who's that? Ricky Henderson?
I think.
Yeah, I'll take it. Enjoy special deals for my birthday on the Mythical Society through October 25th. MythicalSociety.com for details.